Welcome back to another episode of What About Dat? My name's Adair, and I'll be going over Marvel's Iron Fist Season 1 on Netflix. So, sit back, relax, and ask yourself, what about that? Okay, hey everybody, how goes it? So, I was able to binge watch Iron Fist in like a day or so. Not even, I actually just didn't sleep. So, yeah. Whew, Iron Fist. Alright, so I'm down for the comics. I'm down for this Marvel universe that they're creating with Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and Daredevil. I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm not necessarily loving Iron Fist. Okay, so watching it, I wasn't a huge fan of the beginning of the show. When I mean that is, like, it was slow. As far as cinematography is concerned, I felt like it was very, very jumbled. Very, the pacing was very all over the place. So we would go from a cut of him talking about, Kung Lao or wherever he's from, and it'd just be this abrupt thing of him, like, at somebody's office, or, like, he's checking out his house in one of the first episodes, old house, and then there's, like, a cut where it's nighttime all of a sudden. It's like, there was no fluidity there, and it was a little jarring, if you will. Finn Jones, is that his name? The one who plays Danny Rand. I like him. I do like the character. I like him as a actor. I think he's fine. The one thing I didn't really dislike in the show, I didn't dislike the acting at all. I thought that everybody played their parts exceptionally well. I just wasn't a huge fan of the pacing of the writing, honestly. I knew that this was going to be more of a martial arts, show on first and foremost, martial arts show, and then it was going to be more of a crime, fighting kind of thing. I wish I would have seen a little bit more or felt a little bit more of the weight of the martial arts, a little bit more of that part. There are a lot of things that I found odd about the Iron Fist. I get the actor, he has this beard and he looks kind of disheveled the whole time. I don't know, I wanted that image to slightly change. I know he's not about materialism as far as like looks are concerned. He even kind of says it. But he has a part to play, so I would have expected a slightly more trimmed beard, something like that. I don't know what the deal is. Even his tattoo on his chest looks so fake. It looked like somebody put Sharpie on his chest. I was like, there could have been a better way to have the Iron Fist logo on his chest. I know that it's black in the comics, and it's fine. There could have been a better way to explain that. Maybe it was burned into him. Maybe magically, once he became Iron Fist, it kind of, materialized, if you will, onto his chest, maybe burning it, something. It just, honest to God, looked like Sharpie. It was really awkward. Okay. Getting to not the main characters. I really liked Jessica, what is her name? Hinkwa? Ugh, I totally screwed up her name. Hold on, let me look that up real quick. Oh, Henwick. Okay, Jessica Henwick as Colleen Wing. I thought she was awesome. I thought, honestly, she was the best part of the show. I thought that her and Rosario Dawson were the two best characters in this entire season. I like their camaraderie. I like the fact that they were flawed, but still badasses. I liked that she didn't play the villain, or not the villain, the victim, but she tried to save him. I don't know. It was cute. I liked that Rosario Dawson was the voice of reason the entire season. She was like, why would you go into this? It's probably a trap. Like, y'all need to calm down. What's your relationship? Like, how you guys feel? Like, she was asking all the questions that I was asking. And I was like, yes, thank you, Rosario. The problem with that is that the show's pacing was so slow. She kept asking questions that we wanted that could have been given much earlier in the show. It's just a matter of they took their time. There was a scene where Finn was walking to a bed, and even how slowly he was walking to the bed, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I get being poignant and I get being, direct, but oi, it took like a gajillion years for him to just get to the room. I was like, why? Why does that need to be so slow? you know, with Daredevil, because he's with his sights and everything like that, he's very quick and kind of nimble. Even Luke Cage, he has this uh, energy that makes the pacing move. He's very hip. He's very rhythmic. Even Jessica Jones wasn't that slow. Like she had to get up and go. She was a detective. Boom, boom, boom. But because of I think Iron Fist's like very zen presence, everything slowed down dramatically, and I kind of wish it wouldn't. Now, it got better as the season got on. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm doing just an overall of the first season of what I thought, and it got better, but it got better as more action happened, as it had to progress, as it had to get faster. With Colleen and Rosario's character, they had to fight. They had to keep moving. It was kind of life or death. You can't stay in one place too long, which made it go faster. Now, David, sorry, I'm looking at these names as I'm talking, guys. I'm kind of doing this on the fly today because I wanted to get this out to y'all. David Winham, I liked him. I liked his character. I knew he was shady from the first time I saw him. I like that kind of. I've seen it a lot in movies and things where it's like the servant sells their soul and has to do bad things and really ends up being the bad guy. Like that was all fine and dandy. He played his part well. He was a complete dick. I felt so bad for his assistant. I was like, oh no, I hope the assistant makes it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was very fine. Like he did a great job. The one who played his son, I thought he was very good as well. Um, oh, what is, Lordy, I forgot his name, guys. I'll try to look it up in a minute. But I thought it was great. The sister and the brother duo, I thought they played their parts, but I also kind of hated the fact that they were so quick to dismiss. Like, he's dead. Get over it. Let's move on. He's an imposter. Like, they were just not giving at all any chances of this happening. Now, I understood from the standpoint of, oh, if he is him, if he is Danny, then he will take our company, he will take our money. That standpoint I totally understand. But right out the gate, there was no like, wait, what? Do you have any proof? Oh, no proof? Let's try to figure this out. And then get a little shady, like, oh crap, it might be him. Now let's take him down. It was just too, as a human, too cold, too callous to be like, no, it's not him. We won't believe this. Nothing that he says is true. Like, you would at least kind of consider it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, after he subdued guards and all this other stuff, I don't know. I just felt a little weird. The sister, like, drugging him and, putting him in things. It's like, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan. Like I said, I loved the fighting. I did love the fighting. I thought they did a great job with the choreography, and I really am down for that. I like the mythos of Iron Fist. I like he comes from the heavens, and it's a whole different world up there, which they painted fairly well. Of like you want to go see it. That's something that you're totally down for. Um, I really liked, and once again, I will have to find the actor. The guy who kind of plays his best friend or his brother, if you will. I thought he did a great job. It might be Louis Tan or Jose Baez. It might be Jose Baez. But yeah, did a great job because I saw that, confrontation. I saw that, excuse me, that hurt that he got left behind, that he wasn't the chosen. I thought that was excellent. Um, because it's a really cool dichotomy of this guy who's like, I didn't really want to be it, or I didn't know I was going to be it, and this guy who really wanted to be it, and then the one who got it just leaves, up and leaves. Ugh. I thought that storyline was great. I thought Jessica's and the hand storyline, I thought the hand was great. I thought that was a good bad guy. because it's very unassuming. By the way, tons of spoiler alerts if you haven't seen Iron Fist. I just, I don't know. I really liked that, it seems like a cult. We're all here for a real reason, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you're a bad guy, or you're the reason why I've been fighting. It was, I don't know. You guys, this show for me was all over the place. I'm not gonna lie, I was a fan of the last episode. It took the whole season for me to be like, I guess, because I understood that you have to introduce the characters and you have to, I don't know, you have to be able to establish the world that we're in. I get it, but it took way too damn long to establish. They put stuff in that could have been taken out or done quickly. There's a way to have pacing, people. Pacing is okay. It's okay to be a little quick. It's okay to be, the acting was fine, all that stuff. But there are a few things I was like, all right, I'm annoyed. I'm ready for this to be second season so I can get past all this. As soon as the end came and they saw what they did, for those of you who have seen it, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now this is where the story starts. Awesome. I didn't need the backstory. I mean, obviously we do because we don't know much about Iron Fist or the legend or whatever, unless you've read the comics. But man, I was like not feeling it. Also, can I just say, I love that Marvel has now taken Rosario Dawson or Claire Temple and pretty much just like made her the the needle and thread, like made her that thread between everybody. I like the fact that she's becoming stronger. I like the fact that that character is becoming a superhero in her own right without powers. They kind of talk about it in this series, which I find fascinating that they did that, and I liked it. I like her character. I want to know more about her, and I like the fact that she's not a metahuman. She's not a god. She's just a human in New York helping, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Um, I can't wait to see Colleen Wing and where that character goes with the Iron Fist. I cannot wait. That's going to be spectacular. I know Harold, the guy, David Winham, who plays Harold, will be back, I'm sure, in some capacity because it just feels like that storyline did not really end, but it could have, but I don't think it did. Anyways, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, guys. It's me just kind of rambling on my thoughts about it. I know some people are like, oh, it was good. I liked it. Honestly, the only thing I had issues with was the pacing. I thought that it was also the set was a little too clean. I guess because Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Daredevil, they all tend to be darker or at night a little bit more gritty. During the days, it just seemed too clean, so it looked like a set. It looked like a fake set. It didn't look like real streets. It just looked too polished, and I was like, I'm not really getting why it's so polished, why it's so in that framework. I don't know. I will give it a second go. Second season. I honestly do not feel the need to watch it again. I'm just like, meh. I ended up fast forwarding through some parts because they were so predictable. Mind you, I went back later when I wasn't so annoyed, but like the brother sister storyline, it was kind of like meh. I was bored with it. The dad, he was that in like that line of trying to convince the Iron Fist, he's good, and then being kind of an asshole. I like that, but honestly, the only people's storyline that I was like, yes, this is really fascinating to me, was Rosario's and Jessica's. So we'll see. Second season. Here's hoping that I can get more into it. Mind you, I've loved all the other shows, Jessica and Daredevil and Luke Cage. I've really liked it. I think this does fit into the world, obviously. I just think that, I don't know, the pacing, the writing needs to be just a little bit better. Because the other places were fine, which is really fascinating. Like, when it came to Danny talking and all his stuff, that was boring. But when, like, Rosario would talk, it made sense. It felt like it was still in Daredevil lingo or Luke Cage lingo. Like, it felt right. When Colleen Wynn was talking, like, it made sense. I liked her story arc. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just waiting for him to fully be the Iron Fist so we can get going with the adventures. I don't know. Anywho, Thanks for listening, guys. If you want to contact me and we can talk about it, make sure you go to Twitter and go to whatabout_dat. Jen and I will be back in a few days with Supergirl recaps. We just wanted to, give you a little bit of diversity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So thanks for hanging out, guys, and make sure you let me know what about that if you have anything else you want to talk about. So have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.